Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to make caseworks in your drawing, your project. Now, if you look at this windows, you'll notice some designs on it. We actually call it POP here in Nigeria. So I'm going to show you how to draw these sections, okay, in your own building and fix it to your own building. Okay, you can see I've placed it in all my windows and also placed it in on my veranda. You can see here. Okay, now this column is made like this, so I didn't attach a casework to it, but this is where I designed the casework. So we are going to do that in this video. Now all that we are going to do is fix a casework to our windows, draw this veranda, place these columns, and with the casework on it. That's what we're going to do in this video. Now open your own project and proceed. Now when we open our own project, we found out that the windows are pretty much naked. There is no casework on it. There is no POP. So we are going to affix our own POP on these windows. Okay, so let's get to it at once. Now to do that, we'll start with this first window, that's this one. And when we draw for this, we can now copy and paste in other windows. All right, so of the same size. So that's how we're going to go. First, when we want to start, we'll first deal with elevation. Okay, we'll do it in elevational view because it's on a vertical plane. Okay, so what we're going to do, since we're starting with the front, we're going to use the south camera. Now, south camera places us in front of the house. Okay, the north camera places us at the back, while the west and east places us by the sides, respectively. All right, so this is what we have at the front camera. Now, to place the casework, go to architecture. Okay, you see components, click on components and click model in place. When you click model in place, you get to casework here. You can see the different things you can model in place. Okay, you can model your furniture, your floors. If you don't like the existing ones, you can model anything you want in place. But for us, we'll be modeling caseworks in place. Okay, so click OK. Now you can name your casework, say window 1. Okay, because we have 3 types of windows here. All right, the toilet window and the step window with the main window we are using. Now the next thing you select when you come to this place is sweep. But before we do that, we will have extrusion, the normal extrusion, where you draw something in plan view and then extrude it to 3D. We have bends. This allows us to make bends, okay, in our extrusion. Then we'll have revolve. That means you draw something at the side and then get it to be 3D as you revolve it. Then we'll have sweep. This is the one we're going to be using for this casework. We'll have swept bend. That is this type of sweep, but this time around in a varied shape or size. Okay, so let's proceed with sweep. Click on sweep. Then there are 2 ways you can make sweep. You can make sweep on sketch path, like when it's in a plan view. Okay, you can make sweep in a plan view with sketch path. But with pick path, you can make it whether on a plan view or on a vertical view. So we're going to be using this because our destiny is on an elevation view. Okay, as you click on pick path, you can now pick the path where you want to go. Okay, so just pick the ends of these windows. That's this one, this one, this one, and this. Okay, when you have done that, check this. Okay, and as you have checked it, it will bring you to where you will be able to edit your profile. Okay, so I'm going to edit the sweep by clicking edit sweep. Now in editing sweep, we have to do that in a view that gives us the section of what we are trying to model. Now we are in the south elevation. Now to draw a section of anything in the south elevation, it has to be either on the east elevation or by the west elevation. So in our case, since this window is closer to the east elevation, so we are selecting east elevation. So open view, see our see where we are making the correction. So I'll start by drawing the section of our POP 0.15. Okay, go this way. Want it 0.03. Okay, go this way. 0.03. Okay, escape, come this way. 0.03, enter, go up a little. 0.03, enter, escape. Now you have to select the angle, the type of arc we need for it. We're using the 3-point method, so click on this arc, click on this place, and then get the arc radius. Let's leave it at 0.056. all right, now our part is set, our section is set. Okay, sorry about that. Section is set. Okay, when you are done clicking on the section, you can change your materials just the same way. I had created a material previously, just the same way we created materials for doors and windows. That's the way you can create your material here. Okay, that's the way you create your material here. I've already created mine. Click OK, then check it. Okay, this is how it looks. Check it again. Don't need to edit anything. So you can see it gets formed. Okay, check it to finish. Now go back to 3D view and see what we have made. Now you can see how it looks. So the next thing we're going to do is to copy this and replicate it for other windows that are of the same size. All right, so I'm going to copy like 1 or 2, and you will do the remaining in as you're working with me. So let's go ahead. Place your plan in ground floor. Okay, you can see our POP here. Now select it. When you select it, move to this properties section. You will see moves with nearby element. Okay, now this means that when you check this, if you want to mirror, if you want to copy this wall, okay, this POP, this casework must move with our wall. All right, so we want that, we need it in our drawing, so we're going to continue with it as it is checked. Now the next thing we'll do is to copy this. So I'll select it, click on copy. Okay, now select it again, pick any point. I'm picking here for instance, and I'll move it to where I want to use it. So I want to use it here. Okay, drop it here. Now the next thing you want to do is to use rotate. Make sure you locate the 0 mark and then turn it around 180 degrees. Okay, turn it around 180 degrees. All right, so this is it in 180 degrees. Now the next thing is to move it. Now you look at this section, you can notice that this section is common with this. So we'll just take this part, this, as our point, then move to where its location is and place it there. Okay, so this is what we get. Now when you look at it in 3D view, okay, you'll be able to see how it looks. This is it. So I'm going to try this one too, and you do one of the windows. So go back to ground floor. Now copy this. Okay, copy, move it to this place. Okay, now select move it, select this point because that's the point common to this. Okay, now look at it, make sure it's a little bit in, so pull it out a little. Okay, a little bit too inside, embedded inside, pull it out again. Push it back in a little. Yeah, so this is it. So you are going to do the remaining window, that's this one all by yourself. Okay, just practice the same thing, just copy and paste it here. That's it. As soon as you're done copying the remaining window, the next thing you have to do is to type Ctrl S. Make sure you save always. Okay, so I'm saving my project. Now the next step is to draw the toilet casework. Now if you check in this level of ground floor, we cannot see the window accurately, so we have to position it in such a way that we can see it. The reason we are not seeing it is because the default seal level of this window type is 0.9. That means this ground floor is way lower than the sea level. Remember we chose sea height of 1.65, but the default sea level of this window is 0.9. So we are going to place this window or put a view for this particular window at a point where we can be able to see the window clearly. So we are going to create a new level. Okay, so go over to any of the cameras. So I'm taking this one for instance, the south camera for instance. Then at 1.5 meters above the ground level, we're going to create a new level. Okay, so select ground level, create similar. Now select, pick a point, pick a line, okay, or pick a point, then type 1.5, enter. Now when you hover over the ground level like this, you'll be able to see the line there. Okay, we're going to call it, we're going to name it toilet window 1. Okay, enter. All right, so you can see, notice it's at 1.5 meters. So go back to toilet window 1. Okay, now when you look at it, you can see the toilet windows here. You can also see this one, which is the store window. All right, so that is it. Now we're going to draw our casework, but we are going to use this level as our reference. Okay, so since this window is by the west elevation, so we're going to open the west elevation camera. So you can just go here and click west. It shows us where the window is. So look at it here. All right, now we are going to draw this casework here just the same way, and then copy to other places where it is located. And again, we are going to draw this one, but this one you are drawing it by yourself. Look at it, just the same method. You're going to draw it by yourself. There is no need to copy for the stair window, so just draw it and then keep it. All right, so let's go ahead. Go to this window, architecture view, component, model in place. You select casework. Okay, now name it window T. Okay, then click OK. Now select our sweep, pick path. All right, Pick the path. Make sure you start with the top always. It's necessary. Okay. Check to finish. Then edit profile. Now we're going by either north or south because it shows us the section of our view. Now we're going to use north. Open view. This is the building. Okay. Draw with our line marker already selected. So 0.15, enter. 0.03, okay. 0.03, enter. 0.03, enter. Go up a little. 0.03, enter. Okay, escape. Then take the 3 points angle method. This one. Remember 0.56. Alright. Use the trim section to make sure everything is connected, because you can't afford to leave a loop open. Alright, check it. Remember our casework material. Then check it once more. You can also change the material here. You can see. Okay, and finish. So that is it. So the next thing is to copy it to the different window types. So remember our reference is toilet window 1. Okay, then select our casework. Make sure you check this. That is to move it around whenever this wall moves. Then you copy, taking it to the front toilet. That's this one. Then I rotate it 90 degrees. Okay. Move. So take this point. That's my point of reference. Now go to the same position here and place it. Okay. So you're going to do the same for the last toilet window, that's this one. Alright. After doing that, you make sure you save. Look at it in 3D. You can see everything is placed. Okay, that is it. The next thing we are going to do is to create this entrance. Okay, this step in this entrance. So let's get to it. So to do it, we have to create levels of floors according to the height of these steps. Alright, so let's pick a point. So go to ground level first, or any level at all. Select the cameras. Now the next is to create this level. So click on this. The riser of each step is at 0.15 meters height, okay, from the other. So what we're going to do is to create a riser of 0.15 each. So right click, create similar. Okay, pick a point at an offset of 0.15. Pick a point. Okay, pick a line. Now when you hover over it, you get this one. Okay, when you hover over this one, you get the next one. Now we're going to name them. Select this one, click on this. I can make it better. Name it something else. So I'm going to move this way. Okay, select the next one. Make this one better. Okay, make this one better too. Alright, so I'm naming this one. Is going to have step 1 for easy recognition. This is going to have step 2, 2. Okay. Now go back to ground level. Go back to ground level. So these are ground level. Now I'm going to create a floor here just to be able to make this kind of step. So all we have to do is to select this floor. Okay. Now create similar. Right click and create similar. Now go to edit type. All we have to just change is the depth. Okay, since we are doing for this since we are designing that's the lowest one, going to make this 1.4. So by the time you add this plus the finish, it gives you 0.15. Okay, select OK, apply. Okay, now use your pick line marker and select this floor. Do the same for these lines. Then you can pick a wall like this wall to make an end. Move it towards this side, outside. Then use your trim to create a perfect loop. Okay, I'll use line to complete this one. Okay, so our floor is set. Click OK and it gets set. Now the level of this is not on ground floor, but instead it's on step 1. So I'm going to select step 1, place it at step 1 and apply. Now when this is done, you can go over and click on this and create similar. But this time around, the depth is going to be 300 mm. Alright, so I'm going to make this 29. Okay, apply. Okay, so I'm selecting this inner boundary, pick line. Use wall to complete, or can you just directly use line to complete it? Go this way. Go this way. Make sure they are completely covered or forms a closed loop. They are. Okay. It's formed, but this one, the level is at level 2. So I'm going to move it to step 2. Right. So that is our floor. So we can view it in 3D view. See how it looks. Now you can see. Well placed. After creating the entrance, the next thing is going to be to place those columns like I showed you previously. To place the column, we have to go to step 1. That is this step. Alright. Now your columns are pretty designed or pretty modeled in Revit. So you can go to one of those websites I told you, revitcity.com, and download one, or you can model your own in place. Okay, so I'd like to place one here. So I'll go to insert, load family, go to where I saved them, Revit tutorial, Revit ME, and look for the decorative. That is this one. Okay, open. I'll load it today. Okay, go over to component. It's a component. Place a component. So that is it. Just place it. Escape. Select it again. Place it the right way. So I'm selecting here. Use move. Select this line. I want this line to be on this line. Okay, and I want this line to be on this line. to be edge by edge. This line to be down here on this line. We're going to place another one, so select this and create similar. Okay, so I want this to maintain this line, but these two edges to just hit each other this way. Okay, place it. So there we go. Now the next thing is to mirror it to the right. Okay, I don't want to keep placing everything myself, so I'll select this one plus this. Okay, use mirror by draw axis. Use the center of this to draw the axis this way, and it gets placed here by default. Type Ctrl S to save. Okay, now the next thing is to edit our column. I'm going to edit everything at once, so go to view, 3D view. So this is our column, this is how it is. If you notice in the previous drawing I showed you, this part had a white color, so I'm going to select something that has a white color. I'm going to select the same color with this framework, with this our casework for this. So select this. There's one other type of select I want to show you. If you select this, you right click, you'll see select all instances. You can see visible in view or in entire project. So just to be sure, since we are dealing with the ones in the entire project, I'll select this. That's how it goes. So now let's go with the column. So select this one, right click, and select all instances in the entire project. So it selects all of them. Okay, go to edit type and we'll change this to casework. Works. Yes, this is it here. So select this one. Okay, apply. Alright. Now the height of our pillar, our column, is 2.85. So I'm going to make it 2.85 here directly. Okay, apply again. Okay, so when you look at it, so this is what you get at the end. It has been changed. Okay, the next thing is to draw the veranda beams. Okay, and it's going to be at 0.45 meters below this first floor wall. So go to our south view and let's create it. This is first floor. You can see first floor. Okay, so it's going to be at 0.45 meters below it. So I click create similar and offset at 0.45. Okay, tap enter, then select hover over first floor and click on it. Skip a couple of times, then select our level. You unlock it first, please. Select the level, bring it inside this way. Want it to be neat, break it. Okay, so we're going to name it veranda beams or veranda walls. Okay, enter. Now, okay, let's go back to 3D view. I'd like to show you something there. Okay, so this is what we have. Now, to make it easier, so select all instances visible in view and raise it to the height of this veranda, which is 2.85. Oh dear, 2.85. 2.85. Okay, apply. Okay, so it's at the level of this, the level at the level of our floor, of our veranda floor. Now for us to draw the veranda wall, okay, let me show you something. If we go to ground level, we'll notice that this floor, okay, is at 80 from the face of this wall. That's 0.8 meters from the face of this wall. Okay, so if we go to this veranda walls level, all right, we know that the veranda wall, the veranda edges is at 0.8 meters offset from the face of this wall and from the face of this wall. So we use model line to draw it accurately, so we don't make mistake. So I'll put 0.8 here. Okay, I'll first select this and offset, select this one and offset it this way too, so it guides me perfectly. Take another model line, create similar. .08. Then another one comes with this one. Use trim. Okay, so that is it. Now we can place our wall directly at the edge of this line so we don't make mistakes. So that's how it's going to be. Okay, so we'll pick our wall, external wall, create similar. Okay, now make sure it starts from veranda walls level and is up to first floor. Okay, so select here, tap on spacebar to make it enter. Okay, select it this way, take to this place and to this place. Right, so we have our veranda walls. We'll check it in 3D. You can see how it looks. So this is it. Now the next thing we want to do is to create that chamfer here, that design. Okay, that's the next thing we want to do right now. So when you are done with this, remember to save. So Ctrl S, so you don't miss it. So we'll go ahead to the next level. So we want to edit create that casework there. So I'll go to the east view, and this is what I have in the east view. You can see our veranda wall here. So just the same way we change the profile of the wall in the dialing, that's what we're going to do here. Okay, so while in the east elevation, okay, we are going to cut the profile just like we did for the dining. We'll cut it from here to 0.42. we'll make our curve to from here to 0.42, make our curve. Okay, so let's get to it. So select this. Okay, then click on edit profile. So we are setting from 0.42 from this edge. That's how we'll start our curve, and 0.42 from this edge we'll start our curve. Okay, in this case we'll just start here and move, but for this one 0.12 is already inside. We can see it here, 12 cm. I can show you. You can see it's already inside. So all we have to do is just to take this line and draw the remaining 30 this way, 0.3. Enter. Okay, with that we can make our curve to this edge. So I'll pick 3 points, look for our, yes, this one, and pick this edge too. Okay, so our angle is going to be 1.37, no, 1.37, sorry. Okay, Then use trim, cut this, get this joined to this. And we have our cut section, our profiled wall. Okay, so let's look at it in 3D and see how it goes, how it looks. Okay, this is it. Now we can go ahead and just delete this one and mirror to this side, or we can draw afresh. So I choose to mirror because it's faster. So all I have to do is to go to veranda walls, okay, this is the one we edited, so I'm going to delete this one, okay, and then select this one and copy, okay, move it to this edge. So what we'll do next is to flip it to make sure it aligns. So select it and use backspace to flip it. It will reduce, in size, but it will come back to where we want it to be. Then go back to veranda walls. So after flipping it, go back to veranda walls and make sure it is 2.8 veranda width. That's in to in, and it is. So that's it. So the next thing we're going to do is to draw the casework. Okay, just the same way we drew this other casework, that's the way we'll draw this one. Very simple. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so for this casework, the one at this side, can go ahead and click east. It brings us to this view. The next thing is to create our casework here. So I'll begin at once. But before then, I'll show you how to hide this so it doesn't confuse us. We remove everything that will obstruct us from getting a perfect casework. So I'm going to hide this. So you can see this glass here. Click on it and hide element. So it hides that level. Alright. So then the next thing is to shorten this column. So I'll select this and select all instances in the entire view. Okay. Then edit type. Reduce the length to 2 meters. Okay, so this is the one we are going to edit. So go to architecture, components, model in place, select caseworks. Okay, name it VC. Okay, sweep, pick path. So I'll pick this, also pick this. All right, pick this. This is part of the wall. Okay, then enter edit profile. Now I'm selecting north. I'm selecting south, sorry, because it's closer to our view. So open view. And this is it here. So I'll draw our profile. So the section of our profile, 0.15. Okay, 0.03, 0.03, escape, 0.03, escape, 0.03, enter. Okay, go out instead, so I'll type 0.03. Okay, 45 degrees, that's 135. 0.03, enter. All right, this is our section, the section of our casework. All right, so click on continue. The reason it's showing me that box is because some of the things are not in the same loop, so I'm going to make them to be in the same loop. Yeah, got it, that's the one. Okay, so that is it. Now tick this again. Now remember we created casework in the beginning, so we are using the same material here. So finish. So when we tap Ctrl S to save, so when you get to 3D view, so that's our casework, you can see. So you can do the same for this other one and the front also. Alright, I'm giving you that as your own work, as assignment. So do this part and do this part while I do my own at this end. The casework. So just in the same view, go to architecture, components, model in place, casework. Okay, name it anything you want to name it. So I'm just calling it FGH. I can call it something else like VC1. Okay, just like we use VC for the other one. Okay, then select sweep, pick a path. So we want it to go this place, and this place. Okay, so check it. Now next is to edit profile. We're going to select west view. Okay, so I'm taking west, open view to be here. Now I draw just the same section, so 0.15, enter. 0.03, enter. Escape. Make it straight, make sure your hand is straight. 0.03. Zero 3. 45 degrees. 0.03. 45 degrees this way. Okay, make sure it's all connected. Okay, then Then make sure your casework is selected. Then tap Ctrl S to save. Very important. Then go to 3D view to save. So that is it here. So you can do this one just as I did the previous one. So the next thing we have to do is to work on our column and get it to be at the base of this our wall, and then these caps should be turned into white color like in the other drawing I showed you previously. So select this and select all instances in the entire project. Go to edit type, increase it to where it used to be before, which is 2.85. okay, now go to material, and choose casework. Caseworks. Then okay, apply. Okay, so that is it. So we have been able to create that. So all right, I'm going to show you how to edit sweep. That's the next thing we'll do. Okay, look at this sweep here that we created. This is our casework. You find out that it's not reaching the edge, and we wanted it to reach the edge. This one too is not reaching the edge. Okay, you check the other ones too, they are not reaching the edge, so we want them to reach the edge. So select any one. So we are starting with this one here. Okay, that's by the west view. Okay, so to begin, just select the sweep. You see edit in place. Click on edit in place. Okay, and click on the sweep again. You see edit sweep. Okay, click on edit sweep. All right, now as you click on edit sweep, click back. Okay, so this is the former sweep we made. So all we have to do now is just click on the one we want to extend and extend it to the point where we want it to be. Okay, then check it again. You can see it has reached the edge. Then you can finish. So you're going to do the same for the other sweep. So we'll go to south view, that's for the front. Okay, now select the sweep, edit in place, select it again, edit sweep. Okay, then pick point, make sure this reaches somewhere here. Okay, make sure the IO port, click. Okay, finish. So you can see it has reached the edge. So we'll go to the east view and do the same. Just select this, edit sweep, select it again, edit sweep, pick point, and see, take it to the edge. Okay, then so by the time we look at it in 3D view, you can see now that we are now at the edge. So when you are done with this, just tap on Ctrl S and save your work. In the next video, we'll talk about the next story. That's the first floor slab.